Hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are back with another Ace Impressions, this time having a look at Total War Warhammer 3, and seeing if it is worth the $60 asking price. If you're new to Total War Warhammer, have never played either of the two games before, well, that means you don't own either of the two games, to which the answer is going to be a no. Let's just get this right off the bat. Why? Well, for a start, if you're new and you don't own the previous games, then you won't be able to access all the content. See, to actually play absolutely everything that's going to be in this, you have to own the previous games and all their DLC, which is hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Now, if you've already played the previous games and own all the DLC, then things might be a little different. But if you're new, then I cannot, in good faith, tell you to go buy all the DLC for two previous games just to get everything in this one. So, yeah. That said, if you are a returning Total War Warhammer fan, I would still suggest waiting until this game gets ironed out, because it has bugs, it has performance issues, and it also has missing features. So a lot of that content that is going to be in later on is just not available right now, which is a huge problem, of course, if you came in here thinking you were going to be able to play everything. Now, granted, again, this is going to change with time, obviously. The bugs are going to get fixed, and of course, the content is going to get reintroduced, all well and good. However, at the time of this video, right now, I'm not convinced that it is worth the asking price right now. So, let's actually just do a quick little battle. This is going to be a fairly easy and straightforward one because, well, but it is going to show you my Tzeentch army here versus some orcs. The orcs decided, I guess in an act of desperation, to attack, even though it's going to be one of the most one-sided fights I've seen so far. And also, of course, the battle advantage bar, what have you, is once again inaccurate because, well, Tzeentch's army here can take on way more Khorne forces than you might believe or might be inclined to expect him to take on. So I don't know where exactly all these... Okay, but anyway, we'll go ahead and fight this here. And let's... Yep, alright, so let's go ahead and get on with it. This is going to be a fairly simple fight, I think. I'm going to have to also, by the way, try to turn off the advisor because, let's face it, the advisor gets annoying. And he also, his little pop-ups have a nasty habit of affecting your ability to actually read your unit stats and what have you, so the UI is also a bit of a mess right now. There's a lot of that going around. The UI is just not as good as in previous Total War games or Total War Warhammer games. So I don't know why on earth they felt the need to actually change the UI and make it worse like this, but here we are. Hopefully, of course, though, this is something that can be fixed, and hopefully it does get fixed. So let's go ahead and use our army that's going to be here. Look, before we do that, let's have a quick look at the battlefield here. This is going to be one of the new siege maps, and this is where another problem comes in. The pathfinding for units is just not up to the task, especially when you have the tower defense mode going on. So our friendly AI has decided to spread their units out and attack from multiple sides.
Forces are ready to storm the defenses, yet I advise caution. You face an entrenched enemy that has had time to prepare. Be wary.
There. Now, we have to wait for this timer to run out. Now, the timer itself, I guess, is an improvement, so the reinforcements don't just instantly arrive. So you can kind of plan ahead a little bit for that, I guess, so... At least it's not as... At least it's... I set you to minimum. Stop talking. Okay. Anyways, so now we've got our troops in, and the fight is... Which was already one-sided in the first place. We might actually not even be able to fight long enough for this to really matter from the looks of things. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and just start sending my troops to capture points. We'll send the bulk of our army there. You go capture that. Well, they're already capturing that, actually, so we'll have you capture that as well. But Tzeentch does have some unique quirks to him, such as his units all having energy shields, which that's a nice little touch, I think. Or they have shields of some sort, we'll say. So the orcs are already getting their butt kicked. They've set some barricades, but are not using them. Instead, to be fair, though, the AI is... These AI are at least smart enough to go around them. And it looks like they're just about to capture that point, so that'll be interesting. They did, however, set up barricades here, so we're going to actually have to go the long route around. Or use our air units to wreck the ever-living daylights out of them. I'm going to go with the air unit strategy. Since things are taking as long as they are, we might as well. Our little swarm attack seems to be working its magic. We are getting attacked by a tower somewhere around here. Okay, nope, I guess they can't capture that. That's okay. Okay, that looks like friendly there. Well, at least this gives us a good position to flank and attack this position here. So yeah, this is going to be a real easy siege because, well, the enemies are pretty much vastly outnumbered, and also... Thing is, these guys here are melee infantry, or melee monstrous infantry, so you would think they would be able to attack, or land at least, or get close enough to capture this, but I guess not. Oh well. We can, however, get this guy in. We shall.
The enemy commander runs from the field.
And that's the end of that fight. It does have a little timer, of course, to set stuff up, and I guess to take it down, so at least it's not instant. But yeah, I've seen the AI, I've seen Pathfinding have issues with this, so something to be aware of. I think my ally here is actually going to be what takes this here. But we were able to help them capture it, and we suffered minimal losses. So yeah, I think that's a pretty easy battle to win there. Kairos does it again, apparently. Anyways, I don't know why on earth the orcs thought it was a brilliant idea to try to attack us, but there we are. This will actually replenish our units more, so it makes sense for us just like that. We'll go ahead and enter the war because we have an alliance there, so might as well. And one of our demons was wounded thanks to an attack. Oh, so we have a settlement being besieged. And we have an imminent rebellion down here, which is fine. I'll be able to handle that, I'm pretty sure. I will hold off on that for now, but I'm pretty sure this city has the defenses necessary. Yeah, it's definitely going to be an easy fight, so we will actually have 2 battles. And they even have reinforcements. It's still not going to matter, but... So Zinch, this is a good example. This is going to be a good example of how Zinch can be a little bit, a little too effective against Khorne. So you'll note that the Bloody Harvest here is going to be hitting us in 2 waves, with 4 units in each wave, basically, and only their lords are probably going to be in full strength, so that's perfectly suitable for us. Here's my strategy. I will place my guys using the cliff here to help screen us. It's not going to be perfect. They can still flank around with our warhounds or what have you. So I will place these guys here, and we will wait for them to come to us. And it's going to be a very easy fight, even once the reinforcements do drop, which is going to be more warhounds, which we can easily manhandle. Actually, we'll get them into proper position. So they're going to try hitting these guys in the flank, which is not going to work as well because the shields are going to absorb a fair bit of it. But they're exposing their own flank, which is going to have predictable results. Now, our ranged infantry should be able to just start getting some odd shots in and just wrecking what is needed here. And they've already done a decent amount of damage to their lord. In fact, let's help them a little bit by giving him an armor debuff. Now he will die even faster. We can probably defeat this army so quickly that we can even reform and take the other army out too. Before even having to worry about potentially getting flanked. Although that might not happen because they are warhounds, so they are already approaching us. Oh wait, we already dealt with that army there, so we just have that one. There we go. Alright, we are reforming our forces. And the warhounds are already making the mistake of committing way too early. So this is going to be a very easy second fight here. They're already routing. So yeah, the AI for Khorne is basically suicidal. To be fair, that is, I think, lore enough accurate, so Khorne does not care from where the blood flows after all. Alright, we will go ahead. Oh, right. I selected the wrong thing by accident. That's okay. We'll let the debuff work its magic, and they will die very... Ooh. So we do actually have reinforcements. The enemy army rallied from earlier, so we'll just have to finish them off. They're already on low health, so they're going to break pretty quickly, hopefully. Go ahead and get these guys to rout again. And the warhounds here are pretty much toast. I don't think they're going to have to worry too much about them. There we go. They're already routing. He is already unstable and will die soon. And so there we have it. Another easy victory. So yeah, is the game really worth the asking price? Well, not right now, but it might be good a few months down the line. I will say that, but it is not a smooth release at all. I'm not sure it is. I wouldn't say it's as bad as say Rome 2 was, granted, but it's still a. It is by no means anywhere near Rome 2 levels. But between the performance issues, the bugs, and pathfinding issues during sieges, especially, as well as just the content that just isn't really accessible right now, feel free to go ahead and wait, I think. This should be one of the last units here. We might as well wipe them out so they don't come back to bug us. They've got one more unit way down there, but I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. It's probably a Warhound or something. Nope, it's a single axe infantry, dude. Okay. Yeah, decisive victory, kind of what I was expecting. So, yes, a very, very easy fight for us to win. We pretty much annihilated yet another two enemy armies, although they're both small armies, if anything. But yes, I think this is a good time to go ahead and call it. Not, like I said, not really worth the asking price right now, but give it a few months or once the Steam Summer Sale hits, and yeah, I would probably recommend having to go at this by then. So they have one Warhound left, and that is exactly it. Alright, anyways, I think that's a good time to go ahead and save. And, yeah, I'll go ahead and exit the menu here. Like I said, this game does have potential down the road. It's just not really ready right now. It's not the worst release by far that I've seen recently. Battlefield 2042 still takes that top spot easily. But this isn't even the worst Total War release I've ever seen either. I'd still say Rome 2 fits that bill as well. But it is still not ready. So that's the big takeaway in my opinion. But yeah, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.